nothing.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. On the return is Henderson. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every...
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go. Green 39, green 39. Detroit, 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 Detroit.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Open man is Amara Darbo, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, Frank, he's going to launch this. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
All right, here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Fighting through pressure. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, Parker, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first and goal, Howard. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Marshall now, the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Gone!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Past the 20. He finds his target, Royal. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now. With a 1st and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Able to push his way through. And a juke this time. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. A big play there on the scramble. 32 yards. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Frank steps away to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Gun!
To throw on 2nd down. Frank, he's got a man. It's his fullback. And it's a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Blitz! We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for the Redskins on 3rd down. 43 yards. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
He's got a goal. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He leaves this one for Howard. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Over. Fellas, let's set it. Gun.
Operating from the gun. Frank. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw on third down. Frank. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 19.
180. Gotta go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. The 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And this Redskins offense is running away with this one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Gun! All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Back to the air on second down. Frank, he can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, we got four down.
They'll set up to throw. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big third down play there for the Jags. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backward. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. Spins away. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 42. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 44 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Gotta go, gotta go. Tight end to the right, boy, tight end to the right. Move.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Blue, blue.
Now Trubisky to throw. Being chased out left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This is Howard on second down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Room to run inside the 40. And down to the 11. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Breaks a tackle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the interception by the Redskins deed leads to a touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And they'll go on the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And this Redskins offense continues to pour it on. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
Washington is lined up for the kickoff. Number 88, waiting to return.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. On the give, this is their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it.
And the ball is knocked out. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job 1, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, The defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Watch tight end. We're go. Let's go. Four down.
Here's Trubisky. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. On the return is Henderson. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put it all together, and I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, 18.
This time, Trubisky will throw. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And this Redskins offense is running away with this one. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Henderson. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Odd, 5 down. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. Bring it.
They go with Howard again, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's a give to Richard. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, it's Richard, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a loose football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a handoff to Richard. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers and brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the 1st down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. All right, now, look at 56.
This is Richard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Richard on the toss. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Check 43.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Spinning away, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Richard. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called
you